Hello, welcome. I'm glad you are here. Our movements today are all going to be focused on our lower body, and we are going to start and stay laying down on our backs. 2 pillows are going to be very helpful, one underneath our knees, and if you would like to have one underneath the head or head and neck or head, neck, and torso, feel free to add one there as well for a little extra support and comfort. Taking a moment to get settled in, making any adjustments you need. The pillow underneath our knees can allow our low back to feel supported and for our feet to just gently splay to the sides as our hips relax. Settling in with our breath, taking a big inhale through our nose and sighing it out the mouth. As we start to arrive with our breath, breathing in through the nose, letting our rib cage expand in all 4 directions, front, back, side to side, start to take up some space with our breath. And then lengthening our exhale out the mouth, letting it be longer than our inhale. Let every drop of air out to make room for our next full breath in. Just continue to land in our breath like that, setting your own tempo and your own pace. As we get into our movements today, they're going to be very breath centered. We're going to move with our breath at the pace and rhythm of our breath. So finding what speed works for you, what speed feels unique to you, and what feels good in your body. Everything we do today could be a microscopic movement. It could be so small, and we're really focusing on how it feels inside of the body rather than how it looks externally. Bringing that awareness inside the body so we know what the body wants, what the body needs, what the body would feel refreshed and restored with today. Feeling our backs on the floor or on the bed. Maybe we start with our legs out long if it feels nice to open up the front of the body. Maybe as we land here it feels good to have our feet down on the surface with our knees up to the sky, giving our low back a little bit more support. Maybe even the knees knock in towards one another and the feet might be a little bit wider than our hips, especially if our low back feels sensitive. Doing a little internal scan of the body. Maybe it's the first time today that we really checked in without trying to change anything, just observation and curiosity and grace. And any sticky spots that come up, just sending our breath there, sending a big inhale, a little spaciousness. And then our exhale can just clear out any stuck energy, letting our body sink in that much further. Just a few more breaths here. Maybe the breath starts to move in and out through the nose. Maybe out the mouth still feels good. As we set up for movement with our breath, maybe our hands are by our sides. Maybe they'd like to rest on top of the body, a hand on our heart, a hand on our low belly, bringing that awareness even that much more inwardly focused. Feeling the breath move our hands, feeling our hands, the weight of our hands just meet our body and feel that connection and that support. Our first movement we will move into is with our hips. So if your legs are bent, Maybe it feels good to extend them out long. And we're just going to start rocking our hips from side to side. It can be a really slow, gentle movement, or it can feel nice to maybe add a little speed and just kind of awaken our hips and our torso. Maybe letting the exhale go out the mouth. And it might be a really gentle side to side. You might feel little stretches in the sides of the body. You might have a natural movement start in the feet or in the full legs. They might all just start to jiggle and wiggle together. And maybe as we wake up that energy by adding a little bit of movement, maybe that shake just wants to clear out some energy that might feel a little bit stuck. Maybe giving this movement a little bit of power and exhaling out our mouth with the intention of clearing, the intention of making space to rest, make space for something new, taking a big inhale as we wiggle, and sighing it out. Just a few more breaths here, as slow or as fast, as big or as small as you feel like this movement would like to be in your body today. And then slowly, organically finding your way back to stillness. Maybe the hands move on top of the hips or on the lowest part of the belly, and just let that stillness feel supported and held. Every exhale, letting the body get that much heavier. Maybe as we rest, we can walk our shoulder blades underneath our heart space. Maybe the feet like to come back down to the earth. Maybe it feels nice to have them open and long and taking up space. If the breath felt like it sped up during that movement, maybe we can slow down our exhales, draw them out the mouth, out the nose maybe. Two more rounds of breath here, taking any adjustments you need to feel comfortable and supported. And then if you're ready, we're going to lower the pillow that's underneath our knees so it's underneath our calves. So slowly making that adjustment, whether you use your feet or your hands. Getting comfortable again. And then letting both legs just feel really supported by the pillow. Maybe the toes kind of fall to either side. The hips might feel open. Take a breath into the pelvis. Let it expand and relax. And then with our left foot, we'll just leave it extended out long. Let it feel supported, let it feel soft. And then our right leg, we're just going to start to slowly extend it, lifting our foot off the ground, extending it to straight. Start to just gently use the quad to engage and embrace that movement as we extend. And then ever so slowly, just let the leg bend again and let the foot come back down to meet the earth. That's all we're going to do, is just slowly straighten, extend, and engage. And then on your exhale, slowly soften, rebend, and relax. Really take the time to be heavy at the base of the breath. Inhale, straightening the leg, move with your own pace. Inhale, it lengthens. Exhale, it softens back down to earth. One last time here. Inhale, it lengthens. Exhale, it rests. Taking a moment as it's rested down, if a little shimmy or a shake or a point and flex of the toe feels nice, feel free to add any adjustments. And then we're going to slowly rotate our toes so they're facing the right side of the mat. So same foot, right foot. Toes go to point towards the right side. You're just rotating the thigh open, rotating the hip open, and we're going to do the same thing here. with just a different little motion through the hip. We're going to inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Try to move, take the full breath to get to the straightened leg. Full exhale to lower it down, really soft and controlled. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Relax at the bottom. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Maybe a little point and flex of the foot. And exhale, lower back down. Let the hips be heavy, let the feet be heavy. A few breaths here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, so make the right leg comfortable to rest, and we'll start to engage the left foot when you're ready at your pace. Inhale, left leg straightens, extends, quad engages. Exhale, lower it back down, foot rests, hips relaxes. Inhale, engage and lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, your own breath guides you. When you're done, relaxing at the bottom, taking a moment, make any shifts or wiggles in the hips that feel nice. And we'll do the same thing as we did on the right side. Let our toes fall over to the left, gently opening up the thigh, opening up the hip. When you're ready, inhale, engage the quad, lift the foot off the floor. Exhale, lower it back down, let the calf feel supported by the pillow. 3 more times here. Inhale, it lifts. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen. Really engage the quad. Exhale, lower. Last time here. Inhale, lift. Might feel nice to add a little point and flex of the foot. And slowly lower back down. Full 2 rounds of breath here. Maybe exhales go out the mouth. And then we're going to slowly draw the pillow a little closer to our bums, putting our feet on the earth and our knees to the sky. About hip width distance to start. Let our low back feel supported. And then we're going to move into a little bit of a low back massage and really focusing on our nervous system. So with our knees bent to the sky, we'll cross our right leg over our left, just like you would if you were going to sit in a chair. Left foot is going to stay rooted on the floor. Right leg is just going to hang while the thigh supports one another. With those legs crossed, feeling the full left foot on the mat, and we're just going to gently rock our little knee bundle from side to side. Starting slow as we can and as small of movements as we can. It might just go over an inch one way, an inch the other. And just find this rock where the low back is supported, the core is relaxed, you're not using your abs. If the hands feel nice to rest on the earth, maybe on top of the body, maybe to be supporting a hip on each side, maybe just resting on the thighs and just bringing all that energy inward. If it feels nice to make the motion a little bit larger, and the knees might rock a little bit further from side to side, just a little windshield wiper of the knees. Add on where you'd like, and if stillness feels better and you just want to have the legs crossed and rest and feel that lengthening, that is perfect. Find your breath here, see how a breath might be able to guide your movement. And Maybe if the eyes aren't already closed down, maybe they soften. Maybe the muscles around the face can relax, inviting some space back into the jaw, some length from the shoulders to the earlobes. Just rocking from side to side and just letting that be just a meditation in movement. Let it calm the nervous system. Let the support of the bed or earth beneath you, the support of the pillows, the support of your own hands, just calm and ease and comfort. Last 2 rounds of breath here. Naturally making your way back to stillness if you're not already there. Slowly uncross the right leg so both feet are on the earth or the bed, knees to the sky. Take a few breaths. Make any adjustments in the body that feel nice. It can be movement, it can be stillness, it can move the props and pillows and blankets around. Maybe a wiggle of the jaw, maybe sticking out the tongue, maybe a squeeze of the hands, extending the fingers long. And we'll move to the other side. Left leg crosses over the right. Right foot is firmly planted. Feel all 5 toes meeting the mat or bed beneath you. Starting small, starting slow. We'll just let our knee package just slowly rock. Side to side. Maybe noticing how it feels similar or different from the first side. Maybe it's easier to drop in just a little quicker now that you know where we're headed. Maybe this side feels nice to just stay in stillness. Maybe this side we can lengthen our exhales and find a little more space as we move, maybe a little further side to side. Checking in. And as we find this meditation in this rhythm, letting our body decide where it wants to go. Let any expectations just drift away. Let any thoughts or any definitions of right or wrong just be set aside and drop into the body and give it some agency to choose. And give it some respect that we listen to what it wants, that we honor its choice. Finding your inhale, still expanding the rib cage. Finding your exhale, clearing out. Of breath here. Maybe we can deepen, however that means to you. Maybe it's a longer breath. Maybe it's a stiller stillness. Maybe just a quieter mind, that same space that we've placed between our thoughts, letting that space expand. Slowly with ease, coming back to center, coming back to stillness, and crossing the legs. Both feet meet on the earth, knees to the sky. Feel the head, feel the shoulder blades, feel the low back connected to your support. Not thinking about what comes next, just letting this be a full moment in itself. Maybe you'd like to stay in stillness here and just rest in this space. If you'd like to come to one last movement with our lower body, we're going to move the pillow again down so it's a little bit more underneath our knee and our calf rather than our thigh. We're going to extend the left leg out long so that the calf is supported by the pillow, and we're going to keep the right foot bent, foot on the earth or bed, knee to the sky. And then starting slow, starting small, starting controlled, we're just going to let this right knee gently open up to the side, going towards the earth mat or pillow, opening up that hip. And then gently engaging the low belly, using our core, using control, slowly bring that knee all the way back up so it's pointing up towards the sky again. On your inhale, with control, drawing that knee open, letting the hip open up to the side. Using your full exhale, bringing it back up to center. Now this is our movement, moving with your breath. Again, it can be such a small movement. Maybe that knee just opens a couple inches and comes back to center. Maybe it goes a little further towards meeting your bed or mat. Deciding what feels nice today on this side. And deciding what support you'd like. Maybe you want to place a hand underneath that right thigh as it moves so that it feels a little bit more supported. Maybe a fist might like to come right underneath the upper thigh going towards your glutes so that hip has something to rest on, like a little shelf as that leg opens. Maybe it feels good for the right hand to rest on top of the hip and just feel the groin, pelvis, and hip open up, to feel that security and safety in the movement. Continuing with your breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, controlled, back to center. If at any point you want to take a rest in stillness, please do. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. Move at your own pace. As you are ready, we'll meet back to center with the right knee to the sky. And then let's extend the right leg long to meet the left, both legs supported by the pillow underneath the calves. And maybe we just rest here and let the hips relax, feet fall open in stillness. Maybe it feels good to get a little wiggle jiggle like we did at the beginning. And notice how one hip might feel different than the other. Let's take a breath together in through our nose. And sigh it out the mouth. When you're ready, we'll move to the other side, extending our right leg, keeping it extended, and then left foot's going to come in to meet the earth. Knee to the sky. Find where you'd like to be on this side. Find where that left hand feels most supportive. When you're ready for movement, inhale, gently opens the left knee out to the side like you're going to go to your half butterfly. Exhale, slowly drawing it back up. Setting your pace with your breath. See what feels good on this side for that left hand. Maybe a support under the leg, maybe a holding on top of the thigh, on top of the hip. Taking your full inhale as we open up. Full exhale to come back to center. We'll do about 5 more rounds of breath here. Use them how you would like, in stillness or in movement. Last 2 rounds, maybe we can make this movement just a slight bit longer and lengthened out with our breath. And your next exhale, letting it go out the mouth, bringing the knee back to center. And when you're ready, extending both legs out long to rest, maybe a jiggle to settle in. And then decide where you'd like that pillow underneath the legs. Does it feel good to stay underneath the calves? Or maybe it feels nice to bring it back underneath your knees. And deciding where we would like that other pillow that might be under our head to be. We're moving into our resting. We're moving into our shavasana. So maybe it feels nice to keep that pillow just under the head with the shoulders on the mat or earth. Maybe it feels nice to move that pillow so it's fully supporting the torso. Maybe it goes the opposite way, so it's going the length of the mat, supporting from the low back all the way to the crown of the head. And if we are going for that torso support, that full heart opener, we can wrap our arms around our torso, giving ourselves a little hug. Breathe into that space. And then if it feels nice, opening up the arms on either side, just getting an expansion across the collarbones. We've given a lot of attention and awareness and love to the lower half of our body. So maybe we take a moment and just draw that energy up into our heart space, up into our throat, up into our mind, up into our jaw, the muscles around our face. And just breathe some space into that area. If there's anything that feels sticky that would like some movement, feel free to invite that in. And we'll just find a comfortable shavasana with our arms. Perhaps they're extended out to the sides. Palms can be towards the sky, taking up space like a big starfish on our bed or our mat. Maybe that hugging in feels nice, and we keep a hand on the heart and on the low belly. Any last adjustments that feel nice, any last movements, any last breaths, any last thoughts you want to let go of to rest fully in this space. We'll take a breath together, in through our nose. Big heavy sigh it out the mouth. And as we feel the support here, and as we were able to bring that love inward to ourselves, let's take a moment to just take a breath for someone else. Maybe the first person that comes to mind, just someone you think could use a nice big breath. We'll inhale together. And sigh it out. Giving ourselves permission to rest in this space as long as feels nice. Thank you for joining me today. May you feel blessed. May you feel guided. May you feel held. I'll see you next time.